Warning. The following show may decrease your intelligence. Changing the channel is advised.
Zero variety. Less music. More talking. Weird noises. The show your parents warned you about. This is the Blair Radio Project.
Hello, and welcome to the Blair Radio Project. I'm your host, Blair, and I'm joined by none other than my trusty sound engineer, Billy. Billy, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. And you?
I'm good. How's your hand doing?
It's all right, I suppose. You're able to sew my fingers back on, so I guess that's something.
Why don't you sound more happy? That's great news.
Well, the surgeon who sewed them back on was a grad student or something. It was his first time sewing on fingers, and it shows.
What do you mean?
Look at my hand, Blair. He sewed these two on backwards, so now I have a weird double grip. And he forgot to put the bones back on my index finger, so now it just flops around like a sock in a cup.
Don't worry about it, Billy. It's just the index finger. It's not like it's used all that much anyway.
What are you talking about? I think I use my index finger more than any other finger.
What do you expect, Billy? You lost your fingers in a deep fryer accident. Look, if you play dumb games, you win stupid prizes, okay? Your hand is never going to be the same again.
But you told me to stick my hand in the deep fryer.
I didn't tell you to do anything. I just offered you money to do it. You did that all on your own.
You still owe me 10 pounds for doing it, by the way.
Yeah, it's coming, Billy. It's coming. Look, if you don't like the work that the surgeon did...
I don't.
If you're really that unhappy with it...
I am.
Just break them off and go to a different surgeon.
Huh. I didn't consider that.
Of course you didn't. That's why they call me the idea man.
Nobody calls you that.
Of course they do. I get called that all the time. All my friends call me that.
You don't have any friends?
All my coworkers.
No, they don't.
Even every time I go out in public, people are always like, "Oh, here comes the idea man. Cooking up another idea, no doubt. He's like a chef, he is. Always cooking up another spicy idea. There he goes. The idea chef."
But you said they call you the idea man.
They call me both.
No, they don't. People avoid you while you're out in public.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I've seen it. It's like Moses parting the sea, but instead it's you with people.
People love me, Billy. I'm the idea man.
Oh, yeah? And what great ideas have you given us?
Oh, remember that blanket made out of bacon I made?
That was a terrible idea.
It wasn't for everybody, but it had potential.
It cost a bunch of money because you had to buy like 80 packages of bacon, and then it all just rotted after a week.
Yes, but that week was pretty magical. There's nothing quite like going to sleep with a sheet of bacon on you.
All right. What else? What other great ideas have you had?
The slap chop.
What about it?
I invented it.
You didn't invent that. It's been around for ages.
Yeah, because of me.
What else?
That one time I said for us to buy 2 cheese boards instead of just one. So then we had a cheese board each.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was a pretty good idea.
Thank you.
All right, fine. So maybe you are the idea man.
In the flesh.
But I don't want to break my fingers off just for another doctor to put them on properly. Surely I could just schedule an appointment to have it fixed.
Well, sure, you could just get it scheduled, but that could take months to get it taken care of. If you break them off now, they'll have to do it as an emergency.
I didn't consider that.
Of course you didn't. That's why they call me the idea man.
Right.
Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Starting us off, this is Harry Styles with the track Adore You. And you're listening to...
Blair Radio Project.
Hello, and welcome back to the show. That was a new track by Sorry. That's what they're called. And that track was called Let the Lights On. So, last week we recorded the show live from McCluckers. The McCluckers fast food restaurant down on Jefferson Street. Because the radio station was mysteriously burnt down.
Burned down.
Burnt, potato, tomato, same thing. Stop correcting me. Someone set the building on fire. And, unfortunately, they've kicked us out of the restaurant. So we're no longer allowed to broadcast from there.
You didn't have to throw that child into the ball pit.
Look, he wouldn't stop crying, and his mother sure as heck wasn't going to do anything about it. So someone had to take care of the problem, and someone was me. Besides, how was I supposed to know that the ball pit was empty due to maintenance?
By looking at it, you were able to see that it was empty.
Whatever, I didn't have time. So, this week, we're recording live from my flat.
It's a dump.
It is not a dump, Billy. I resent that.
Are those bullet holes in the wall?
Of course not. No. I think they're just, like, termite holes or something.
There's similar looking holes in the window.
Those are from glass termites.
Glass termites.
Yes. Termites that eat glass. Look, just don't stand too close to the window, okay?
Okay. What's that?
Oh, that's my neighbors.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they do that all the time.
Scream?
Yeah.
Constantly?
No, not constantly. Only when they're home.
Sounds like one of them's being murdered.
They'll be all right. So yes, audience, this is where we'll be broadcasting from now on, at least until the station finds a new home.
Blair! Blair, I know you're in there. Where's this month's rent? Blair! I swear to God.
Shouldn't you answer that?
Shh, be quiet. I'm not home.
But yes,
Blair.
you are.
Shut up. Pretend we're not here.
Blair,
Okay.
This next track is Out of My Mind by Monsoon.
your rent is 5 months late.
You're listening to the Blair Radio Project. Have you missed an episode of the Blair Radio Project? Listen to highlights of every stupid episode on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The Blair Radio Project. You'll be glad you did.
Hello and welcome back, but only momentarily welcome back. We're about to take a bit of an ad break now, but I just wanted to waste some time first, because there isn't a song short enough to put in between here and the ad break. So this is me talking to you now in order to waste time. Still coming up on the show, we have Wet Leg, Lindsay Lohan, Violent Femmes, and more. All this and, well, more here on the Blair Radio Project.
I could hear you whispering.
Don't go anywhere, or you'll make me cry. An elaborate attempt to talk to Lindsay Lohan. This is the Blair Radio Project.
It's that time again.
Loop of the day?
No, not that time. That's later on. No. This is the Lindsay Lohan Project. Each week here on the show, we play a Lindsay Lohan song from her vast discography of 2 albums and a collection of singles.
Don't forget the demos.
That's right, Billy. And a collection of demos that weren't good enough to be released anywhere. Well, this week is no different. Today on the show, we're playing the track Edge of 17 by Lindsay Lohan. Here's that song now.
You're listening to the Lindsay Lohan Project.
Hello, and welcome back to the show. So, Billy, it's a shame about the station's manager, huh?
What do you mean?
You don't know?
No what?
You didn't get the memo?
No.
About the manager, Mr. Stevens.
No, I didn't hear anything. What happened?
Well, it said everything in the memo.
Well, I didn't get the memo. So tell me what happened.
Okay, calm down. Gosh. There was a memo sent out from Jill in accounting stating that Mr. Stevens was arrested.
What? What for? What happened?
Slow down, Billy. I can only answer one question at a time.
Yeah, but those are all essentially the same question.
True. Apparently, the police concluded that the fire was started by Mr. Stevens so that he could get the insurance money for the building, since the station's suffered a huge financial loss due to a recent investment.
That wasn't an investment. You stole money from the station.
I did not steal it. I just borrowed more than I led on to believe, and I probably won't ever get any of it back.
Whatever happened to the film producer that you gave all the money to anyway?
Oh, Steve Spielberg? He's not answering his phone.
I see.
Yeah, I can only assume that he's just so busy working on the film that he doesn't have any time to answer any calls.
Yes, I'm sure that's the case.
Yeah. Me too.
But why didn't you mention this earlier?
About the film?
No, not about the film. About Mr. Stevens being the one who burned down the station.
Burnt down.
It's burned.
Because, Billy, we have to pad out the show somehow. If I told you that at the beginning of the show, on top of our little discussion about your deformed hand, the intro would have been twice as long. And then we wouldn't be talking about anything in particular right now. So we're talking about it now.
Well, I wish you told me sooner. This is a big deal.
Would it have made any difference if I told you sooner, Billy? Are you going to do anything about it?
Suppose not. No.
I don't think so. So then just shut up.
So, is there anything else that I need to know that you just plan on telling me later so that we could pad out the show?
Oh, did you hear about Machete Mike going on a rampage at Staleson's because they ran out of stale bread?
What? No! What happened?
Well, then I'll tell you in just a moment. But first, this is a new track by Men I Trust. This is Billy Toppy. And you're listening to... sorry, stretching. This is the Blair Radio Project. That was a good stretch.
It sounded good.
It was.
So, let me get this straight. Machete Mike skinned 5 people alive at Staleson's because they were out of stale bread?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
It's not ideal.
Those poor people.
It's okay, Billy. They're still alive.
They are?
Yeah, they just don't have any skin. But I heard that they're getting skin grafts put onto them, so they should hopefully have skin again.
Skin grafts? Are those like papers with the lines on them?
That's bar graft paper, Billy. That has nothing to do with this.
Huh.
No, skin grafts are like just skin from usually other parts of the body, but in this case, they'll be from other people, and they'll just put them on the skinned people.
So the people who are donating the skin, would they be missing skin too?
Yeah, so they too will need skin grafts as well to cover up the missing bits of skin that they've donated.
But then the person who's donated the skin to the other donator,
The Dino T.
won't they need skin too?
Yeah, it's basically going to be a never-ending Russian doll type of situation, although nothing like a Russian doll.
I see. And what happened to Machete Mike? Was he arrested?
No, he's still on the run.
He is?
Yeah, he's still out there. Police couldn't find him.
How could they not find him? He's built like Frankenstein. He sticks out in a crowd.
First off, Billy, it's Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein. Frankenstein was the doctor that made the monster. Frankenstein is not the monster itself. So therefore, it's Frankenstein's monster.
Thank you for clearing that up, Blair.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, he sticks out like Frankenstein's monster in a crowd. How could they not find him?
I don't know, Billy. I have no idea.
Very weird.
Indeed. There's been a whole manhunt for him. Haven't you seen the news?
No, I don't watch the news.
Neither do I, to be fair. But do you know anything that's going on in the world right now, Billy? Do you live under a rock?
No, I'm homeless, remember?
Oh, right, yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know, it just makes me laugh thinking about you being homeless.
Thanks.
Anytime.
You're listening to the Blair Radio Project. And now, with a wide variety of weird noises between songs. Like this one. And that one. This is the Blair Radio Project. The show your parents warned you about. This is the Blair Radio Project.
Hello, and welcome to the second hour of the Blair Radio Project. Unfortunately for you, I'm still your host, Blair, and I'm joined by none other than my trusty sound engineer, Billy. Billy, how are you doing?
I'm still here.
Ah, great. So, audience, today we're recording live from my luxurious flat.
Luxurious. The carpet doesn't even go all the way to the wall. There's a pile of dead flies in the corner.
Be quiet, Billy.
Cool. Hey, I didn't notice that. Why do you have a telescope?
Well, Billy, something you don't know about me is I'm a bit of a stargazer.
A stargazer?
Yeah, I gaze at the stars.
I didn't know that about you.
I know you don't. That's why I said that you didn't know that about me. There's nothing quite like sitting back, relaxing, and staring up at the stars and just thinking about your place in the universe, you know?
Huh. That's odd.
What?
I'm just looking through the telescope now, and it's pointed right across the car park and towards the building on the other end.
Oh, well, it must have lowered on its own. It's a bit heavy, so it does that from time to time.
There's a post-it on here, too, on the side of the telescope.
Oh, you don't need to read that.
Third window down, fourth on the right. What does that mean?
Oh, well, that's, a star constellation.
Do you mean constellation?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said consolation.
Whatever, Billy. Yes, it's a star constellation. So, one of my favorites.
What's it called?
Window Centauri.
Huh, that's weird, because the telescope's actually pointed at exactly the third window down and the fourth one from the right on the building.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, that's a pretty big coincidence then, huh?
indeed. Oh, I could see someone in that flat now.
Really? What's she doing?
How did you know it was a woman?
I was just guessing. Just a hunch.
Oh, wow, it's a good hunch.
Thank you.
It looks like she just got home. Oh, wow, she's got massive melons.
Yeah, she does.
Her back must hurt a lot. They're so big, they're spilling out.
Oh, no way. Let me see.
They don't even fit in her reusable bag.
Wait, what?
The melons in her reusable Tesco bag. It looks like she's just been grocery shopping. Those melons are so big, they're falling out of the bag.
Oh, that's what you meant.
What did you think I meant?
Nothing at all. Anyway, this is Sophie Mieres with the track Things Will Change. And you're listening to
Blair Radio Project.
Hello, and welcome back to the show. So, Billy, are you going to break off your fingers or what?
I don't really want to.
Well, I'm sure you don't want to, but don't you want to have them fixed without having to wait months?
Well, yeah, but...
Why don't you break them off one by one, now, live on the air? We can call an ambulance for you and get you to the hospital.
I don't think you can break off fingers. I think you just break them, not necessarily the skin.
All right, well, would you rather use a knife? I can go get one. Here, I'll go get one now.
Never seen you move so fast. But won't that hurt?
I'm not going to lie to you, Billy. No, it won't. Okay. Okay, here you go.
Oh, wow. It even made a schling noise.
Of course, Billy. It's a knife. All knives schling.
Couldn't you have at least gotten me a clean knife? This one has peanut butter on it.
Oh, sorry about that. Give it here. I'll clean it for you. Yeah, I only got the one knife.
You only have one knife in the whole flat?
Well, yeah, I only use one knife at a time. Why would I have multiple knives? I only have one pair of scissors.
We weren't talking about scissors.
Just shut up and give me the knife.
Here.
All right, here you go.
Thanks. All right, well, here goes nothing.
Wait!
What?
Let me get my phone. I want to record this. And action. Well, what are you waiting for? Get chopping.
I can't. I'm scared.
Oh, it's okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just chopping off your fingers. Now do it. I'm running out of space on my phone.
No, I won't do it. I'll just schedule an appointment.
Fine. Be that way. Party pooper.
Lower your standards. It's the Blair Radio Project. It's that time again. It's the loop of the day.
It's that time again.
It's the loop of the day.
That's right, it's the loop of the day. Each week here on the show, we play a loop of a sample of a loop, and you gotta guess what song we are looping. This week's no different. So here is this week's loop. Bit of a tricky one, eh? Bit of a tricky loop. If you know the answer to this week's loop, good for you. Keep it to yourself.
But if they can't call in with the answer, how will they be able to be declared as the winner?
Billy, everybody listening to this show is a winner in my eyes.
That's not what you said earlier, before we started the show.
Sure it is.
It isn't. You were saying that our listeners are as dumb as a sack of rocks.
I said a winning sack of rocks. As dumb as a winning sack of rocks, Billy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh.
You're listening to the Blair Radio Project. It's that time again. It's the loop of the day.
Earlier on, we played this loop. Do you know the answer to this week's loop? If you do, well, that's good. Pat yourself on the back. Give your neighbor a hug.
Do you ever hug your neighbors?
No, because they scare me.
They scare me too. They've been quiet for a bit now.
Indeed.
I think one of them's dead.
Hopefully. All right, well, let's move on, shall we?
I didn't ask for a free ride.
Hello, welcome back to the show. That was some music by some people. Oh, I'm so bored.
Well, we're doing the show, so...
Yeah, well, that's why I'm bored. Hello and welcome back to the Blair Radio Project. Today on the show, Billy's too chicken to cut off his own fingers.
Because it's gonna hurt.
Trust me, Billy, it won't.
You're being really pushy about this. I'm too scared to do it, okay? I don't want to do it. It's my choice, and it's my decision. Please try to understand that.
You're right. You're absolutely right, Billy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me. I apologize. From the bottom of my heart. Will you forgive me?
Yes, sure. It's fine.
Great. Can we shake on it?
Shake on it? What does that even mean?
Shake hands.
Oh, sure.
Put her here.
Okay.
See? Shaking hands.
Wow, this is weird. I don't think I've ever shaken your hand before. You can let go now. I'm done. Blair? Blair, what are you doing? What? Blair, get off of me! What are you doing?
Doing this for your own good. And for my boredom.
No, please, put the knife down. Please don't cut off my fingers. Please, I'm scared. Please. Hey, are you doing it?
Yeah.
You're right. This doesn't hurt.
I told you it wouldn't.
Kind of tickles, if anything. Hey, is that it?
Yeah, I cut off the two that were sewed on backwards, and the one where they forgot to put the bone back in.
Wow, that was pretty quick. Do you want to cut off that one too?
That finger?
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that one.
Yeah, I know, but I like the way that it feels. It makes me laugh.
Sure. Can do another.
Go. And another one.
This one's not budging, Billy.
Put some muscle into it.
Ah, there it goes.
And another one.
That's all of them on this hand, Billy.
Oh, darn. Do you want to cut off the ones on my other hand, too?
Billy, I thought you'd never ask. Of course.
Great.
It's time to lose your faith in humanity. It's the Blair Radio Project. It's that time again. It's the loop of the day.
Earlier on, we played this loop. And now for the big reveal to this week's loop. That's right, this week's loop was none other than MILF Money by Fergie. Did you get it right? Did you? If you did, I don't care. Hello and welcome back to the Blair Radio Project. Alright, so Billy, I called the hospital and they said they should be here soon.
Did you actually call them this time?
I swear I did.
Great.
So here you go. Here are all your fingers in one mug. That's my favorite mug, by the way, so don't lose it, okay?
Okay.
Alright, well, moving on. This is 100 Boyfriends by Alice Longue-Gayo. Please enjoy.
Hello, it's Becca Alice again. I'm so rude, I don't like it. You think?
Hello, and welcome back to the show. Wow, what impeccable timing. The paramedics just arrived, just when we're about to finish the show.
Wait, aren't you the kid who lost their fingers in the McCluckers last week?
Yeah, that's me.
And you lost them again this week, too?
Yeah. Are you the same paramedic as last week?
Yes, I'm the ambulance driver. Scooter,
Oh, yeah, Scooter.
is it the same hand again?
No. It's both hands this time.
What happened?
You see, he cut off the fingers from this hand because the surgeon who sewed them back on last week did it wrong. So we cut them off so that they could do it properly.
What about the other hand?
We did that just for fun.
I see. You know, you could have just set up an appointment to have your fingers sewed on properly, right? There's virtually no wait for this sort of thing, especially if it was done wrong to begin with.
Oh,
Yeah. And you know, since we have to go back to the emergency department, you'll most likely get the same surgeon again, yeah?
I did not consider that. No.
You guys didn't really think that through, did you? Especially you, Blair. I thought you were the idea man.
I'm sorry, I didn't take that into consideration.
Do you still have the fingers?
Yes, they're right here. And I want that mug back when you're done, please. It's one of my favorites.
You have them all in one mug?
Well, yeah, we don't want to lose them.
Yes, but how are we supposed to know which fingers belong to which hand? Or even which fingers are which?
Well, you see, I thought of that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but then I forgot to do anything about it.
Right. Okay, well, let's go.
Can you take me in a wheelchair, please? I kind of can't walk at the moment.
Why not? You can walk. It's your fingers that were cut off, not your toe.
Yeah. About that.
You let him cut off your toes too, didn't you?
We were bored.
And it felt good.
They're in the mug, too. They just fell through the cracks of the fingers since they're smaller.
I thought the mug was rather heavy.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll get you a wheelchair.
I'll wait here then.
Okay.
All right. Well, thankfully, we've reached the end of the show. I want to thank you all so much for listening to the show this week. I hope you enjoyed it, although I don't see how that's possible. I've been your host, Blair, and that fingerless and toeless child over there is Billy. Until next week, this has been the Blair Radio Project. Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What is it about them? I must be missing something. They just keep doing